imagine starting out how big immigration would be in this election cycle, but it seems to get bigger and bigger. We saw the New Year's Eve sex attacks that took place in Europe, for example. Yet the president still insists we should take in Syrian refugees. Because it's changed, in other words, the debate has changed and shifted, and we've had so many issues at our own border and so many issues abroad with Syrian refugees. Have you altered your position? Has this been a back and forth going with you and Ted Cruz about who is where in 2013, et cetera? I'm not interested in that debate. I'm interested in where you are now based on the fact that this has become front and center.
Yeah, well, number one, I do not support amnesty, and when I'm president, there will not be amnesty. Criminal aliens are going to be immediately deported. Sanctuary cities are going to lose their federal funding. Number two, we are going to enforce our immigration laws. I've already supported that repeatedly in the past. 700 miles of fencing and walls in key sectors, 20,000 new border agents, mandatory E-Verify. All of those things are going to happen when I'm president. It's not the debate that's changed. The issue has changed. You now have a radical jihadist group that is using our immigration system against us. So we have to treat this issue differently because the issue has changed. This is now about ISIS trying to get people into this country as refugees, as doctors, as students, as fiancés, through the visa waiver program. So it's very straightforward. When I am president, unless we know who you are 100% for sure, and we know why you're coming to America, we're not going to let you in. It's that simple. That's what we're going to do when I'm president.
You once told me that the comprehensive bill that you supported was a mistake, and you wouldn't do it again, and it wasn't really what you wanted. No, basically, with the president now having a Syrian refugee at the State of the Union, he's obviously sending a message. What message do you want to send back about where you are now on not only Syrian refugees, but all the people last summer that crossed the border?
Well, let's be clear. I've always been for an immigration system that keeps us safe. The problem is that we didn't have ISIS 2.5 to 3 years ago. ISIS is not just a terrorist group. It is a sophisticated group that has a real good understanding of our immigration system, and we know for a fact are trying to use it to get people into this country. So we have to change our approach because the issue has changed. And where I am is pretty straightforward. We are compassionate. Our hearts break at the story of what some of these refugees are going through. But our number one obligation is to keep America safe. When I am president of the United States, if we do not know 100% for sure who you are, or 100% for sure why you're trying to come, we're not going to let you into the country. It's that straightforward. That's going to be the rule when I'm president.
Okay, take us beyond New Hampshire.